No excuses, just no good. Movement on the shot.
Yes, he looks strangely out of sorts, Liang Wenbo. Been missing all kinds of pots like that today so far. Anthony McGill providing quality opposition. Could easily pounce on these mistakes, take full advantage of them. Already 22 points ahead. There's a chance to go into that little quintet of reds if he needs to. I don't know if anything goes or whether there's a plant there somewhere. Well, when he's played that, either the top red goes or the bottom two reds are set for a plant.
6.
I can tell you it's the plant that he's looking at here. If he does make it, he could open one or two more reds into play here. Oh, he's looking at the top red now. Maybe he's got both options. Yeah, the plant's on too. Oh, he's wobbled the red, I can't believe it. Sometimes that happens when you're initially down to play a certain shot and you're focused on that shot, and then all of a sudden you change your mind, as Anthony McGill did there. That's when a mistake like that is more likely to happen, I suppose.
Now, can Liang spark to life? Because although he's not provided any evidence of this so far today, he's the kind of player, when he's in the groove, he's almost unstoppable. He's had some truly incredible matches where he's played brilliantly during his career.
9.
And of course he's a ranking event winner, former English Open champion. Showing nothing like his true colours so far.
That's a bit of a staccato cue action. Liang Wenbo has this sort of weird double pause. There's nobody else with a cue action similar to his, really.
17. Twenty-four. 25.
So, just 2 points behind. 3 reds out in the open. If you could take very high value colours with the 3 remaining reds, well, he won't have a chance to now. I was going to suggest he wouldn't need to worry about the brown, but
25.
he'd be lucky if he has a chance to play for it now.
And talking of chances, this is the 5th of the frame. McGill's wasted 2, now Liang has done the same.
Green and white, yes. 1.
Anthony McGill just asking our referee to clean the cue ball. Referee John Pellew from Llanelli has an extraordinary lineage, actually. If you go back to the 1750s, I think it's his great-great-great-grandfather or something like that was Sir Edward Pellew, who was the first Viscount of Exmouth. A notable gentleman.
Yes, nobility in our midst.
8.
Sir Edward Pellew was awarded the GCB, the Grand Cross of the Bath. Fought during the time of the Napoleonic Wars, American War of Independence, just to name but a couple. The name Pellew actually comes from the Devonshire area.
14.
Now,
Anthony McGill.
you're seeing this
14.
an awful lot in professional snooker, players switching hands. Is it advisable?
Well, it is if they go in, of course. Ah dear, well, 16 ahead, now 15. So, still plenty of work here for Liang Wenbo. He's yellow, green, brown, and blue. Well, his big problem, of course, is getting from brown to blue. That brown is very close to the bulk cushion, and he'd have to play it with a reasonable amount of pace if he's to get good position on the blue from it. That needs the pink in addition, so yellow, green, brown, blue and pink still required.
Eight.
He's having a nightmare, isn't he? All at sea.
Yeah, tried to develop the brown, didn't he? And he did. Problem was, even if he happened to be on the green, he'd have to go all around the table to get back on the brown anyway. But, well, he's got the snooker, but it's a rather simple one to escape from. And I think Anthony McGill would be a little disappointed not to get this safe. But if he plays it perfectly, he could even get the cue ball back in behind the brown. Oh, he's played a different shot. He's played the cue ball back down behind the black spot and the green towards the other end of the table. Thought he might play it the other way around. We'd be delighted with the result.
This is reminiscent of the second frame this afternoon over on table 2 between McGill and Perry. Perry had many a chance. Didn't convert. In the end, McGill won it. We don't know what's going to occur, Dom, but one thing we do know, the losing player won't be happy. Both have had realistic chances to put this away, and as yet, it's still up in the air.
Yeah, this is very awkward for Anthony McGill, because in some respects the pot's as difficult as the safety shot is, and the pot's no good to him. He can't possibly get onto the brown. He'd probably like to send the green around the angles, but he'd have to be careful the green doesn't collide with the blue. Oh, well, when it collides with blue in that fashion, it's okay.
Three.
What a fluke that was. What a fluke. Look at this. Catches the green, it sticks to that side cushion. Extraordinary.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you may as well take the brown on now. It's pretty straight to this top left hand corner. Can follow the cube all the way down the table for the blue in the left centre. Oh, a long way away. And you do worry when you miss pots like that by 3 or 4 inches, because that's a bit of a test of cueing, and when straight cueing is required and not found, can cause a bit of a crisis of confidence.
Again, just terrible, really. The cue ball should have been nowhere near that pocket.
Four.
One behind. Just needs blue and pink.
Nine. $50 on the first race.
Well, one of them had to win it, and it was Liang on the pink. But you can't sugarcoat that. It was a really poor quality frame. Liang won. Sometimes, Dom, when you win a frame like that, okay, it's not exactly pretty, but it might just get Liang going.
Well, psychologically, yes, but Liang's problems.
Joshua Filler. What a potter Joshua is.
Yeah, some great names there. Some Moscone Cup greats there. Shane Van Boening. Skylar Woodward. Yeah, I mean, 9-ball pool's a great game, isn't it? I love 9-ball pool. I played in a couple of World Championships in the late 1990s. Brilliant, fun game to play.
Throughout the pandemic, Matchroom Multisport have done a wonderful job in bringing us so much entertainment and sporting excitement. And when it comes to the world of pool, in terms of promotion and organisation, they have no equal. Their portfolio of tournaments is simply the best. And of course, with the addition of the Championship League and the World 9-Ball Championship as well this year, the World 9-Ball will be played April 12 to 16. 2021 should be really memorable for that particular sport. Now is Liang finally going to do something memorable? His form today has come nowhere to approximating average form. As I keep repeating, when he's at his best, he can be a real handful.
Oh yes, I've played Liang Wenbo quite a few times and we've had some terrific matches. Like you say, he can be incredibly consistent on occasion. I remember him beating Ryan Day once, 9-3. And you've got to be playing well to beat Ryan Day 9-3. One of the game's great potters, Ryan.
And he has won the World Cup for China in partnership with Ding Junhui. The English Open title I mentioned as well. Runner-up in the Shanghai Masters 12 years ago now. for many a year China's number 2 behind Ding. And in fact the first Chinese player to reach the quarterfinals of the World Championship. He actually beat Ding to that.
I suppose that was a year when he famously walked to the wrong chair or something. I can see why. I can see why. The red wouldn't quite go. He was trying to use side spin on the cue ball to flick the red in, and when you get a kick using side spin on the ball, the actual push off because of the kick is actually quite profound. It really does shove the object ball all over the place.
One. Eight. Nine.
Anthony McGill, another player.
14.
Swap between using an ash shafted cue and a maple one. This one he's using now is a maple shafted cue. Very like Steve Maguire, who's
15.
swapped between ash and maple over the years, although Steve Maguire was predominantly an ash shafted cue sort of pioneer, really, because he's always stole the virtues of using cues with ash shafts, but he's recently converted to maple.
22.
Has a chance here, Anthony McGill, if he wishes.
30.
Can just stun the cue ball off the side of the pack of reds, bring a few more into play. Or he can run through off the bottom of the pack and try to get onto the black. And bring a few more into play, which he certainly brought one more into play anyway. Lead of 16 points. If you can go 2-0 up here, Anthony McGill, obviously he'd be a strong favourite. Sometimes you can take a 2-0 lead against an opponent who's actually playing quite well, but unfortunately Ang Wenbo is really struggling. So a 2-0 lead here for Anthony McGill. Be a heavy favourite.
I know he had a lot of chances in the first frame, Don, but he lost it. I think you've lost it.
I have, do you know, I'm daydreaming there. It was because I think Anthony McGill was such a heavy favourite for most of that frame, he ended up losing it, yeah. I'm looking at the scoreboard the wrong way around, aren't I? Oh dear, well that's really unfortunate. When you're 1-0 down and you have a chance to level up at 1-1,
46.
your focus is normally at its best because every frame then is very important, but well, that's gone wrong, and with that red in bulk it's hard for him to play a decent safety hit. going to try and bring the cue ball in behind the black here. He needs to be accurate with this. Could have been better. Could have been better.
46.
Possible red to left centre, possible red to far right corner.
One of those instances there where a bad shot from McGill really has turned around to be to his benefit.
What?
Really from here. It should be 1-1.
Seven. Eight.
Anthony McGill, having won both of his first matches 3-2, should be brimful of confidence. He's in a good position in this group now. And I've certainly seen glimpses of some very good play from him. I've seen very little of it from Liang Wenbo so far today.
15.
He's missed the red. Oh, he was
16.
staring anxiously at it for a while. Just this pink and one more red, and we should be tied at 1-1.
Twenty-two. Twenty-three. 29. 30. 33. 34.
Not a flawless frame from McGill, but a big improvement on the one that went before.
$39. I didn't get 39 frame conceded.
Enough is enough for Liang Wenbo, with breaks of 46 and 39. Anthony McGill draws level. It's one frame each.
Fly Audible and travel the world. Listen up and settle back. We've thousands of destinations to explore. Treat your ears to an epic stay beyond the wall. Travel long haul to Mars. It'll take your breath away. How does a city break in friendly Gilead sound? Everyone's welcome. Whether it's a spellbinding trip to Hogwarts or traveling back in time to ancient Greece, we'll get you there in style. There is another way to get away. The difference is audible.
and now he's 1-0 up on Perry. As for the rest of the evening, well, the bill of fare is this. Anthony McGill remains on this table next to take on Lee Hang, and then Ali Carter plays Lee Hang himself. That's last up. Over on table 2, after Perry and Carter come to the end of their match, it's going to be Perry against David Gilbert, and finally Mark Williams against Liang Wenbo. And Dominic, as a veteran of the Championship League, you well know this. If you're one of those players who plays 4 matches on the first day of a group, you can put yourself in a wonderful position. In fact, you can seal your semi-final place. But if you were to lose all 4, or maybe even lose 3 out of 4, then overnight, you know you're in a spot of bother.
Yes, many's the time when play 4 matches in the Championship League, win 2, lose 2, and feel that to qualify for the semi-finals you need to win both the remaining matches on the next day. So you leave yourself with a lot of work to do, but the problem is with the Championship League, you can never be sure what's going to happen, because a lot of your fate rests with results elsewhere. You can't control those, of course.
Yes, certainly at this stage of a group, it's not about thinking about others. It's all about concentrating on your own game and seeing where it takes you.
At least with the scores at 1-1, can't fail to read that correctly, can I? Red to far right corner, all right centre must look quite appealing to Anthony McGill. If he plays it to the right centre, the only red he's likely to leave is the one in bulk. What he's trying to do there, take it on into the corner pocket, use the blue to snooker the red in the centre pocket, which he's done. Unfortunately, the red that he's missed is still potable. Won't be happy with that. I don't know how on earth the cue ball's finished so close to that left hand centre pocket. The blue goes is fine, but I don't think it does. And this green can't look easy to Liang given the way he's been playing to date. Controlled the pace of the cue ball beautifully there though, Liang Wenbo. I'm sure his next target red would be the one next to the black, which would free the black up entirely. previously occupied, so referee John Pellew has to replace it behind the pack of reds in a direct line with this top cushion. Even that shot there that Liang Wenbo's played a mistake. He can't run through for the black now, he hasn't had the correct angle on the red, so
17.
being left-handed, I'm sure he can reach it, but he may have to just screw off the apex red there for position on the blue. Or is he going to try and force through the pack of reds? If he does that, anything can happen. You see, he's completely lost
18.
control of the shot there, and that's just because the previous pot from the pink was played poorly. What Liang will play
22.
next here. Position on the green would give him a chance to go into the pack of the reds from the side, which is always
23.
a good idea, but he's overrun position here. Two straight on the yellow. Has a little bit of an angle on the green, but nowhere near enough really.
Twenty-five.
This red's very missable, and if he just drops it in plain ball, he may end up too straight on the black to go into the pack of reds. So he might have to play it with just a little bit of pace. Oh, just went in.
26.
Got a good angle here on the black though, but they're not the best pack in the world to go into from the black. They're very awkwardly positioned, these reds. If he screws into the pack, he could end up near this corner pocket. He's played for one of the loose reds and
33.
it's a long way short.
Liang Wenbo, 33.
Well, try to make something happen. At least the blue has covered the potting angle to the red.
That's another mistake there from Anthony McGill. He was looking for a much finer contact on that cluster of reds to take the cue ball into the jaws of the green pocket.
What?
Surely Liang Wenbo can make enough here to win frame number 3 and take a 2-1 lead.
Eight. Nine.
Liang's season really started on the back foot. In the first world-ranking event, the European Masters, in the opening round he lost 5-4 to Shaun Murphy. And that wasn't the full story. Murphy won the closing 2 frames on the black
14.
when Liang had chances to cross the line.
$15.
And really, the campaign has been one of, for the most part, frustration and underachievement. There's some more frustration for him.
Green. Go. Young one above 15.
And how many times you see a player play a shot like that when they've frustrated themselves with a positional error. The blue, pink and black all tied up now for Anthony McGill. Doesn't have a particularly favourable angle on this red that's near the pink spot. He'll be playing a cannon into something. Oh, this isn't too bad.
1.
Could cut the green in, but you can also cut the brown into the centre. Could have finished a lot better, of course, but at least he's developed the blue. And you can swing the cue ball around the angles here for the red that's just above the pink and the black.
You can't say this is a realistic chance to come back and win the frame in a single visit. But it's not beyond the bounds of possibility. One awkward red on the side cushion. Pink and black
5.
doing McGill no favours by being so close together. But all of that taken into account, Dom, the position of the balls, we've seen worse.
10.
A pot in this red will help Anthony McGill because it makes the other 2 reds far more accessible.
11.
Has he got the right side of the brown to stun down for them? I don't think he has. He may have to play the blue here. What's the angle like on this brown? Can he do anything with it? Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Develop one of the reds into a potable position. Got the brown back onto its spot, so now the only 2 awkward balls are pink and black.
Of course, in an ideal world you would like the yellow on its spot, but now this does have real potential.
If you were perfect on one of the reds, you could play a delicate cannon into the pink and hold yourself in position for the black. If it goes wrong, it's almost certainly going to be end of break. It's a typical situation where a player wants to put as many loose reds with colours as possible to just get back in the frame. He's still 26 points behind Anthony McGill. It could be that he just leaves that pink and black to the very last.
27.
And for a right-handed player, where that yellow isn't too bad for Anthony McGill, provided he can get good position on a colour here.
28.
Oh, he's played this absolutely perfectly.
33.
Nicely on the yellow, can reach this. It's all going to be about the cannon from blue to pink and black.
$35.
Yes, because McGill needs the lot.
$38.
So here we go then. If Anthony could cannon the pink 3/4 ball, rebound it off the top cushion and back towards the right corner, he'd be perfect, but he's got to be careful not to put the black safe. Oh, it didn't work out, did it?
47.
But he's back in the frame. Both players require pink and black. Anthony's very disappointed there, you can see. And I'm rather surprised at Anthony playing the shot the way he did there.
47.
Not with a great deal of care and attention.
Both want both.
Definite chance to try and get that cable in behind the black here. Should be able to play the pink to the bulk cushion. Let's try the double. Oh, that was pushing the boats out, surely the angle wasn't there.
Playing with fire there. That was really close to going in off.
Yeah, I think Anthony knew that cube would be going close to the pocket. Had to take the risk, I feel. It's a very good shot from Liang Wenbo. Play that exactly as planned. And there's not going to be a lot that Anthony McGill can do with this. He can send the pink around the angles back towards the black, but he may not be able to get a good cue ball. So yeah, just having to play the containing safety, so all of a sudden it's an advantage in this tactical exchange. Such a good shot from Anthony McGill. All kinds of shots again. Liang Wenbo